in the press break right here, you want to make sure you don't leave your teammate alone. You want to be even with them or behind them in this situation so they have someone to reverse the ball to. That time you got caught drifting up in the middle when you should have kept yourself behind the play and acted more as a trailer. We're going to take a look at this offensive possession versus zone defense. Here you are probing, make this pass. Now make sure you do not turn your back when you're cutting through. You want to make sure you open up and then pop out. Never turn your back to the action. And then here to finish this possession, we see you slide to the wing, but make sure, communicate to your teammates that we should not have 5 guys in the same area. Right here is where someone should be talking and telling people to space out. Look at you here in the press. You want to make sure this is a steal. There's no way that ball can hang in the air that long and you do not get to it. Make sure your hands are up and you're aware of what's going on around you at all times. You almost got killed by that screen. Right here, we're taking a look at a press break in a situation where you catch the ball. You want to make sure you have an active ball. Use ball fakes, move defenders, be hard to guard. Don't just telegraph a pass and throw it to a teammate who's going to get trapped on the sideline. Watching this zone offense possession, you want to make sure you do not dribble behind your back. One thing you don't want to do against a zone defense is waste dribbles, and another thing you definitely don't want to do is do fancy kind of dribbling, like between your legs or behind your back. So keep it simple and keep your ball handling clean. Watching this clip, we're going to go from defense to offense. Early in this clip, you get lost, turn your back, lose sight of your player, but you do a good job of recovering. Got to make sure we're always communicating on offense and defense so that stuff doesn't happen. Here on defense, get your hands up, get them active. Got your hands up, contested that pass a little, which helped create this turnover. But when you're running down the court, you need to show a big target, 2 hands up, feet wide, knees bent, and demanding the ball. Ball handling versus a press break. Good pass here to get started. Now make sure you don't take these dribbles and waste these dribbles on the sideline. Get yourself caught in the corner a little bit. Risky pass. Taking a look at this zone offense possession. You do a great job saving this right here. Not letting that pass go out of bounds. That was a bad pass. Then you do a good job staying active, staying alert, moving, being ready to catch, feet set, knock down the shot. Well done. Taking a look at this defensive clip, you do a great job giving effort, but you want to make sure you do not allow this ball to keep getting turned back middle. When you close out, make sure you shut down that passing lane back up top. Then you do a great job flying at this guy and closing out, making the offense work. Good job on defense. Here we go again. Make sure you close out under control. You don't want to run past someone. You want to make sure your angles are such that you're able to close out and send them where you want to. Taking a look at the offense here, one thing that's a really bad idea is to dribble between your legs and then jump and throw a pass. Make sure you do not start a possession off with a between the legs dribble and a pass that you leave your feet, because the result is going to be this. A lot of guys are going to stand around and do nothing, and you're going to end up playing more defense. Hustle plays are important, so good job being alert here and not giving up. There's a lot of action around the basket. No one really secures the ball, and you do a great job securing it. Just don't dribble into a corner. Something very important to remember as an inbounder is to never take your hand off the ball. That time you take your hand off the ball to slap it, I'm guessing to signal the start of the play. But you can either yell or do something else, but you really don't want to take your hand off the ball as an inbounder. Let's see it again here one more time. Hand comes off. Really no need for your hand to ever come off that ball. Only bad things can happen, really. But you do a great job of coming back and being strong and knocking down that 3. Looking at zone defense, here you want to make sure you get your hands up and get active. You do a good job getting the ball to the corner, but you want to make sure that ball doesn't get swung around you so quickly. Make sure when you close out, you're in your stance and send that guy down to the corner, not to the middle. Now we'll take a look at an offensive rebound and a push here. Get going all the way down the court. Do a good job of pushing, try to create something. Just got to make sure you sidestep there or Euro step to not get called for a charge. Back on defense here. Get those hands up, be active. Try not to let this ball get back to the middle. Be sure to close out under control at all times. Once again, here you get caught frozen. This guy blows by you. Make sure you're always in your stance and ready to react in all directions on defense. Now we're pushing the ball up here again. This time you're going to take a little more of a patient approach. Let the offense get set, get some ball movement going here. Make sure you stay available for your teammates. When you're playing against a zone defense here, you don't want to dribble so much. They are sending you a high on the ball screen, but all these dribbles make your team easy to cover. You want to make sure that ball gets moving. That's your job as a point guard. Here on defense, we're looking at a clip, once again with the closeouts. Do not let this ball work its way back to the middle. Too many times when you close out, that ball's able to get back into the middle of the court. You want to make sure you pin it on the sideline or force it to the corner. Again, here on defense, make sure you close out on the proper angle. You almost cut off your own teammate during that closeout. We're going to take a look at a play here where you're going to go for an offensive rebound. You want to concentrate on being a little more physical and being a little more aggressive. Right here, you let this kid get away with one hand push on your back. Instead of jumping, get your body into him and be strong. Now on defense here, we see a scramble for the ball. You do a great job running it down and attacking. Here's where you want to be able to just be strong to be able to draw a foul on this guy. You go up a little bit too soft, cost you a trip to the free throw line. Here we go, inbounding again. Make sure you do not take your hand off that ball. We always want two hands on the ball when inbounding. Staying alert and being an available receiver is key. Right here you see you're not available for your teammate for that ball reversal. You need to stay available as best you can. And then being alert as well. Don't turn your back when you're making that cut to the outside. Here we go again on offense. We see on the weak side, you want to be in your stance, ready to catch and move that ball. Now as you cut through and space back out here, show a target and be more available to your teammates. Feet wide, knees bent, butt down, hands up. That was a great pass there on the ball reversal. Well done. Plays like this help your team win games. Great effort sprinting back on D, setting your feet, sacrificing your body, taking a charge. Now we're going to take a look at some offense here. You're outside running that lane, get your feet set. Good job getting to the open area. Just make sure you take your time, shoot that shot. You don't want to rush that. Taking a look at this defensive possession, we're just going to take a look at your positioning. You do a good job dropping into help, getting below the line of the ball right here at the elbow. Good job showing up. Good job dropping back down again, and then you do a good job here closing out. You want to be a little more aggressive contesting this guy, make him feel your pressure a little bit more. Don't get caught chasing and running around, but do a great job here working your way back to your spot and boxing out. Now we're taking a look at an offensive possession. You want to make sure that you don't make contact on that screen if the man doesn't wait for you to come and set it. Here on offense, working the ball up top. You just want to make sure you make passes and get that ball moving without taking dribbles. You'll see here, guys are standing around too much. This is where you want to get some movement or a little bit more hot passing and ball reversal. And you can't stand still expecting to receive a pass. You got to move and then work your way back to the spot. See on offense here, you can't be sloppy with your ball handling. A one-handed catch leads to some loose dribbles, leads to a weaker pass, and then you're not quite as strong or as ready as you can to take this shot. So ball handling is key to catching and making that shot here. Now we'll take a look at this closeout. You get there a little bit late, but you get the ball and you catch the other team on alert. They're running back on defense with their heads turned. You do a great job pushing the ball, finding an open shot, and knocking it down. Look at the exact same scenario, but a different result to the play. Here you should have probably just pulled up and taken the shot. Instead, you drive into a pile of defenders and get called tied up there for a jump ball. So you want to make a better decision when you have that open shot. Passing lanes, key. You do a sloppy job here of killing your passing lane by drifting on top of the defense. You want to make sure you keep that angle and don't allow him to deflect that pass. Now we're going to take a look at some defense. You do a better job of sending it where you want to, which is the baseline or the corner side. But you got to do a better job of sliding your feet and staying in front of them. Your teammate did a good job bailing you out. Here, you can't be frozen or stagnant with the ball, and you definitely don't want to throw a pass to a guy who's not moving or securing a passing lane. But on this one, you do a great job of pushing it, hitting a guy while he's in motion, filling lanes, and then he catches the ball in position where he can do something with it. Well done on that push and pass ahead.